So we have already completed this messenger marketing part. So we have already set up the messenger automation for our Facebook page, and this is something that you should set up before putting up all your ads, because whenever users are visiting on your Facebook page, they are expecting. So we are kind of planning to send them automated messages whenever they visit our Facebook page. So first we have set up the overall messenger marketing automation. Now the next step would be to set up the ad campaigns. Now we've already completed the different types of ads, the concept, the different types of concepts behind our Facebook ads and Instagram ads. So we have already set up the Facebook pixel, the Facebook campaigns, the Facebook ad accounts. We've understood the campaign hierarchy and all. We've also gone through the Facebook ad policies. Now, right now, what you're going to do is you're going to set up a campaign for our Facebook ads. So let us get started with this Facebook ad campaign setup. So whenever we are setting up any ad campaign on Facebook, first we need to understand that we need certain ad creatives or ad assets. Now these ad assets are primarily the ad graphics, the ad design. It can be an image, it can be a video, it can be a carousel post, the ad copy, what exactly you're going to say or communicate through your ad, the ad targeted audience. So a bit of audience research so that you have a very clear picture about who is the audience that you're going to target through this ad, and then the landing page. So once someone clicks on your ad, where are they going to land up, and how the whole user journey going to be after they click on the ad. So primarily the overall ad funnel as per the user journey, and the analytical setup. So we might be interested to test out the different creatives. We might be interested to check out of the three different types of designs, ad designs, which ad design is kind of working best for us. Split test or multivariate test in case it's more than two variants. Hotjar, GTM, Google Tag Manager, or pixel based tracking, these are all analytical setup which is going to help us segment our audience, understand our audience behavior, and measure our ad performance. Now to get started with we are going to start with the remarketing or retargeting ads. So let's get started straight away. So at this moment we have the copy, we have the target audience researched and defined and set in our audience setup in our Facebook ad account. We also have the pixel tracking, the landing page, and the article setup all in place. Right now we're going to start with the execution, the step-by-step setup of our retargeting ads as the first type of ad campaign. So I'll move ahead and get into my Facebook Business Manager. Now this is the ad account dashboard from where you're going to start. Now once you click on this menu hamburger button, you get to see that there is an option for ad manager, insights, audiences, and all of these, by the way, are broken down into its sub menus, and you get all of this over here in this drop down. But for some quick access, you have these 6 quick buttons. Now Events Manager is where you are going to track, you're going to get the tracking details of your ad audience. You're gonna get the audience detailing over there in this particular section. You're gonna get some insights on your ad performance in this particular menu button. You're gonna get some business settings, primarily domain verification, the business billing section, billing details and everything. Ad reporting, primarily is the performance analytics reporting dashboard, and the ad manager. Now we are interested to start our ad campaign creation. That's where you have to click on this ad manager. Now once we click on this ad manager, we will land up on this platform, and in this particular dashboard you need to kind of understand the hierarchy of this particular platform. So we have campaign, we have ad set, and we have ads. So campaign is primarily based on the objective that you are trying to serve or trying to achieve using this particular ad, and ad sets are primarily the different variants of this ad based on the targeting options, and ads are based on the creative. Again, I'm repeating it, it might be a little confusing. So campaign is based on the objective. So let's say lead generation campaign, brand awareness campaign, or let's say it's a simple web traffic campaign. Ad set is where we are creating multiple ads based on the audience type. So let's say one ad is for age bracket 25 to 34, one age bracket is for the elderly generation of 45 and beyond, one ad set is for let's say females, one ad set is for males, one ad set is for students, one ad set is for one particular product type, the other ad set is for the other product type. So you need to decide on what criteria you're gonna segment your audience. So based on your targeting segmentation, you have multiple ad sets. Based on your campaign objective, you have multiple campaigns, and based on your ad type, you have multiple ads. So it can be an image ad, it can be multiple images, it can be a video ad, one image ad, it can be one video ad and 2 image ads, something like that. Alright, so let me just quickly take you to one of the campaigns and try to explain you further about this hierarchy process that we have: campaigns, ad sets, and ads. Okay, let me just take this example over here. So this campaign is about, it's a remarketing campaign and also a lookalike campaign with the product catalog, and we are looking for some link clicks. That is, we are urging users who are more interested to click on this link and explore the product further. So inside this campaign, I have multiple ad sets. Now one ad set is to find new prospect, one ad set is to target lookalike audience and also the 90-day retargeting, and the other ad set is also similar, lookalike but 30-day retargeting. So just to understand which one is giving us better return, is it the 90 days retargeting or the 30-day retargeting that is giving us better return, just to test it out. So based on the audience targeting, you can have multiple ad sets. Now again, inside every ad set you can have multiple ads. So let's say under this ad find new prospect, under this targeting or under this ad set targeting, we have ads. There are two different types of ad. One is this using a simple graphics, and the other one is a dynamic ad that is driving products from our product catalog. You can also check it by directly clicking on this edit button. So once you click on this edit, you'll be able to find the overall hierarchy. So this is our campaign. Inside this campaign, I have three ad set. So one ad set, second ad set, and third ad set. And inside these three ad sets, I have 5 ads. So under this ad set, I have this particular ad. Under this ad set, I have these 2 ads, and under this ad set, I have again these 2 ads. Now, if you look at this particular targeting option, so for this ad set, I'm trying to reach out to people who are, let's say, I'm trying to retarget the people who have visited my website in the last 30 days. And over here, I'm trying to target people who are, let's say, new audience. They have not interacted with my business or with my website or social media channels so far, and I'm looking for new prospects through this ad set. And through this ad set, I'm again trying to retarget, but in this case, the targeting is for the last 180 days. So it's not 90 days but 180 days audience. So lookalike 2% and 180 days audience, and over here it's retargeting the audience of our last 30 days and also 2% retarget lookalike. So yeah, that's how you can understand it. Now let me quickly get started with the ad creation, retargeting ads setup. So this was all an example that we went through so far. Now let me just quickly set up an ad for you. So whenever you would like to set up any kind of ad, so right now we're trying to figure out how to create a remarketing ads, right? So the first step would be to get into your ad manager. That's where you get this dashboard to set up your ads. So you need to have this clear understanding of campaigns, ad set, and ads hierarchy, and also the audience targeting that we've already gone through in this particular area. We already set up our audience. So what I'll do is I'll start creating the ad. So the first step is to hit on this button, create, and now the next step is to select your audience targeting type. Now, is it an auction or is it reach and frequency? In case you are going for awareness based campaigns or let's say some consideration campaigns in the initial phase of your business, you can go with reach and frequency. But once you have you have already spent some time on your Facebook ads, and you have a set of audience, so your Facebook ad account is having an audience base to learn from, in that case you can go for auction, because auction is where it works on the basis of your existing data set. So once Facebook ad account has significant amount of data about your audience, the ad account can take up decisions on how to auction or how to bid for the right audience, or how to select and target the right audience at the right cost. So in my case, it's already a running account. It's already there for the last 6 months. We have ample amount of data of our audience, so I'll go for auction as a business type, as a buying type. That is how you're going to spend your money on your ads. And then the campaign objective. So there are this straightaway concept of awareness, that we are just trying to reach out to more and more audience. Brand reach and awareness, that is, we are just trying to show our ad to as many people as possible. In case of consideration, we are trying to show our ad to as many people as possible, but we are showing them with an objective that will they be likely to click on the ad and convert into a lead or convert into a traffic. So in this case of consideration, we are targeting people who are interested in our product or who are likely to take an action, who are recently or in the recent past been looking for or been engaging with ads of similar kind of products that we are trying to promote through this ad. So based on the user behavior, based on the user interest, this consideration works. And conversion is again based on the user behavior interest, but again this is specific to product type. So if someone is interested, I mean, if someone is frequently engaging with different, let's say this is a bag company, so if someone is frequently engaging with different bag ads, in that case Facebook identifies that profile as someone who is looking to convert, looking to buy a bag in the near future. So those are the people we're going to target in the conversion, catalog, sales and store traffic section. Right now we are looking to drive traffic to our website. We are looking for web traffic so that we can convert them on our website. So we are just looking to drive the audience from Facebook to our website. So that's where let's go with traffic as one of our objective for this campaign. Now at this stage you'll see that that your campaign is created, and you have to just select the new ad set. You have to create your ad set and add. So I'll just name the campaign retargeting for the month of, this is September, so retargeting for the month of October 2021, and the objective is web traffic. Now I can select a special category if it falls under one of those. Right now it says plain and simple e-commerce of leather bag, so we don't have to select any of this. And then I'll move on to the next step. I will also go with the campaign budget. So campaign budget optimization helps you distribute your budget across all the ad sets. That means if you select one budget over here, so right now if you click on this, you will have to select the budget right now. So if you select the budget, this budget will get distributed across all your ad sets. Now this is something that you should choose if you are planning to have a similar kind of ad set across, if you're planning to have all these ad sets to be of the similar type. In case you are trying to have multiple types of ad set, in that case you need to switch this off and have specific ad budget for all the ad sets. So you have to decide based on this parameter, do I want to control the ad budget or distribute my ad budget based on the ad set or based on the campaign? So am I going to spend $100 on this overall campaign, or am I going to distribute this among all the ad sets based on the ad set type? So let's say in one ad set I'm trying to reach out to new prospects, so that's where I'm going to distribute most of my budget. So that's where you can spend $60. Let's say the other ad where I'm targeting, the other ad set is something where I'm targeting audience who visited my website in the last 30 days. That means they are more recent audience, and I'm going to spend spend majority of my ad budget, remarketing ad budget over there. So I can spend $30 in that ad set. And let's say there is a third ad set where I'm going to target lookalike audience, and that's where I'm not very much interested or very much hopeful of getting a good result. So I might be willing to spend a lesser budget over there, so I can spend the remaining $10 on the ad set. So in case you are having multiple ad sets and you want to distribute the budget based on your ad set type, you have to switch this off and get into the ad set level. In my case, I'm just creating a plain and simple ad, and I would like to spend it. I would like to allocate the budget on my overall campaign because all my ad sets are going to be similar. So this is something that I have selected. Next step is the ad set. So my first ad set would be retargeting the catalog users. So all products retargeting. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm retargeting, or I'm showing my ad to all of those people who have interacted with my website in the recent past. So this is the ad set name that I've selected. Maybe it will be just retargeting, 90 days retargeting, and then I'll get into so the source where I'm gonna where I want to drive the traffic is my website, because I'm selling the product through my website. You can select the dynamic creative in case you want Facebook to randomly pick up headlines and the creatives among a list of creatives and headlines that you're going to provide. You can choose that, but in my case I would like to have control on my ad. I would like to specify the exact title and the image that I would like to show my audience. So I'll just put it as off, and then offer. In case you're having some offer, you can choose this one. In case you do not want them to see the offer right in the Facebook ad, and then you'd like to drive them to your website and then show the offer, you can just switch this off. Next step is to set the budget and schedule. You can set an end date if you want to, and now I'm gonna select the audience type. So use saved audience. I'm looking for retargeting audience. So this is my retargeting audience. I will just select it. Now, how do you create this remarketing audience? So let me just quickly show you how to create this remarketing audience. So let me just get into create new audience. I'll hit create new. I can select custom audience. Now that's where I can select the source of my audience. So let's say people who have visited my website, and I'll click on next, and I'll be able to land up on this dashboard. Now in this pop-up, I'll have to select what kind of audience I'm going to target. So include people who meet any of these parameters. So they are visiting, they have visited my website, number one. People who visit specific web pages. So in case you want to target for any particular product, you can select the specific web page as well. But I want to target all my web visitors. And then in the last 30 days, and then I can just name it as last 30 days all web visitors. Now this I've created on September, so I'll just write it down as September 2021 so that I can recognize that this is the date when I've created this audience. So my custom audience is selected, and here you will find that your audience is selected. Now you can shortlist it based on the location and gender. So you can also restrict the location where you would like to show the ads, and also the age bracket. In my case, I would like to show this to all my audience because this is pretty much the interested audience. The reason they have visited my website is because they are looking for bags. So age bracket is something that is not very important over here. Gender is not important because I already have a definition of my traffic of my target audience. That means they all the audience who have visited my website are my target audience over here. So I'll put it as it is, and then all demographics interested. I'll not select any of the filters over here because I want to show all my web visitors irrespective of all of these additional filters. So yes, that's all selected. Now placement. Now placements is where you can select if you would like to show it on Instagram, Facebook, or only Instagram and Facebook. I would like to show them across Facebook and Instagram and not Messenger and Audience Network, so I just unselected those. And next step would be to get into this, and now again you can select based on you can select the ad optimization type. So is it landing page views, that's when you're gonna get charged, or is it the link clicks, that's when you're gonna charge. I would like to optimize it for landing page views because that's what matters. And then I'll get into next. Now is the stage where we are gonna create our ad. So this is a remarketing ad, remarketing 30-day audience traffic. Now I'm gonna show them catalog based ads. So this means the products are gonna be dynamic as per the product that they have seen in my website. So Facebook page, Instagram account, dynamic formatting, and it is gonna drive from the product from my product list from my Facebook catalog. And here I'm gonna select all products. Now what will happen is whichever product the user visits on my website, they are gonna see the exact same product on this remarketing ad. So this is the primary purpose of having a remarketing ad. So let's say you visited the website and had a look at this wallet. In your remarketing ad, you shall be reminded about this wallet only. Then you can add some quick text and description and the target URL. Alright, so I've already fed in the ad copy. So a quick headline about the urgency. So this is more of a PAS model. So problem, agitation, and the solution based model. So the problem is that they are not yet able to decide. So here is the urgency, last 48 hours of sale, and the agitation is that, hey, the price might be not fitting my bill, or I might not be getting the right design or the right product fit that I'm looking for. And that's where the agitation can be, hey, there is a quick $40 off, plus you also get a free coin purse, plus it's a free shipping, plus it's a 12 months warranty, so you can buy it without much of a downside risk. So that's a quick and then the solution. So this is what you're gonna get, and a quick dynamic field, that is the product URL. So shop now and the product URL will appear. So whenever someone visits this, they will be able to see the product URL as to be a dynamic field over here. Next, we also have a headline that quickly communicates the key USP of this offer, and then the link where they would land up when they click on this ad. Ideally, it shall be the link of the product that you're looking for, that you are trying to promote. I would like to promote them, send them to my homepage because of certain communications that we have set in the homepage itself. You have to select the right URL over here, and then the right call to action button. It's shop now, and then the tracking, the pixel, you need to choose the right pixel. Now, in case you would like to have a quick preview of how it looks like, or it would look like in your audience feed, you can have a quick preview of how these ads are looking in the different placements of your Facebook and Instagram. It all looks good. I'll hit publish, and the ad is created. Now, this is the ad that where I'm targeting the last 30 days audience. Now, let's say I would like to create one more ad where I am targeting a lookalike audience, right? So what I can do is I can create one more ad campaign, or I can create one more ad set inside this ad campaign. So I can just duplicate this, and I can keep it as original campaign, duplicate it, and now I'll be able to see one more ad set. I'll rename it as lookalike audience. So this is where we're going to scale our ads. So we are at this stage right now. Retargeting ads are done. Lookalike audience you're creating, and over here lookalike audience I've named it. Similar setup it will be. I will just set the audience type. Now over here it's last 30 days. I'll remove this and I'll create a new audience, or I'll just see if I have some lookalike audience created. Okay, so yeah, it's the lookalike audience, but I think I shall create a new audience so that it's clear for you guys how to create a lookalike audience. So simply click on this lookalike audience. From this create new, select the source. So my source would be the website again, and then I'll hit next. All website visitors, or let's say I would like to create all people who have added the product to the cart in the last let's say 90 days. So it will give a, let's say 180 days, so it will give the ad account more data to study and be more accurate in terms of 180 days add to cart. So the more the data this ad account gets, more precise your lookalike audience would be. So try to select a larger time frame if you do not have a huge footfall on your website. So this is done. I'll save it. Now this is the lookalike audience that I've created. 180 day add to cart lookalike audience, and then I'll keep it all as it is. Now in case you want to shortlist or kind of target it to certain set of audience, you can do it. You can filter it out over here. I would like to target people who are above 24 and let's say below 60. So essentially what I'm doing over here is I'm providing some flexibility to Facebook ad account. So based on its machine learning algorithm, Facebook ad account will be able to study, profile and segment the audience based on the profiles of the people who have added the product to the cart in the last 180 days. So I'm giving this flexibility of segmentation and targeting to this Facebook ad account. So based on the existing data, it will target fresh profiles who are lookalike, who are similar to the profiles who have added the product to the cart in the recent past. So this is gonna help us target new audience who is more likely to convert. Manual placements again, Facebook and Instagram that I'm targeting, and rest everything is gonna be same. Landing page views and publish. Right now what I can also do is I can just rename this ad part. So this rename this area is where I can just rename it so that it's not confusing. Lookalike, and it's 180 day, and I'm going to show them the product catalog itself, the similar ad. So yeah, hit publish. Now in case you would like to show them a fresh ad because you are targeting you're targeting a new audience segment over here. So essentially, in case of lookalike, you are reaching out to a new audience who might not be aware about your brand. So they might be seeing your ad for the very first time. So if you want to create a fresh ad where you would just like to show them what your brand is all about, you can simply duplicate this area over here and create one more ad that is going to introduce your brand to them, and then maybe you can retarget them using this ad. So there are multiple ways. You just need to understand the different strategies. So this was just a session to take you through the whole process of creating an ad. But before you get started with this ad creation, one area that you should be putting a lot of time in mastering is the ad strategies. So what kind of strategy shall you use to target all of this? So this ad account is there, this ad platform is there. This is plain and simple a process driven activity. Anyone can do it, but the success rate of these ads purely depends on how well you understand your audience and how well the ad funnel is designed. So let's say over here, lookalike audience. So is it really strategic, or is it really friendly, ROI friendly to target audience who are let's say who have just visited your website in the last 30 days with this kind of ad, which is more of a conversion ad? Or is it more profitable to target them with a brand awareness ad first, and then a product awareness ad, and then this offer ad? So you need to experiment out and understand what kind of strategies would actually work for your audience. So yeah, that's how you can set up an ad. Now this ad will show up as in review. Now you need to, once it gets reviewed and published, you need to keep monitoring how this ad budget is getting spent. So right now we're spending $20 on this campaign, so this $20 is gonna get evenly distributed across these two ad sets. Now you need to keep on checking which ad set is working how, and at times you might also get some quick updates, that limited learning. So this limited learning is an area where you have to again be very careful, because limited learning is where it appears when the ad account do not have any more fuel or any more new fresh profiles to target. So the ad account is limited data to target new audiences, or the ad account is already exhausted targeting all the existing audience that it has identified. So you need to keep a track of this ad performance and keep on optimizing it for the expenses that we are incurring on these ads. So yeah, that's all from this particular session on ad creation. If you have any doubts, any particular questions, please let me know in the comment section, and let's meet on the next session and explore the different other types of ads that you can create for Facebook and Instagram. That's all from this particular session. Thank you so much. We are going to discuss the lifecycle marketing next. So how do we create an ad funnel? How do we ensure that what kind of ad to use at what stages of the user's journey? Thank you so much.